Hi everyone, welcome to or back to my channel. I thought I'd make a quick short video about 8 reasons why statistics is important, and I'll give you a little story too. Alright, so let's dive into this. Let's change the font. Okay. First reason why is use numerical evidence important decisions. So in this sense, like, for example, you have a lemonade stand and you know it's going to rain, so you don't make as much lemonade based on your past experience. You know that the demand won't be as high. So that's one example. So as a statistician, you also know common pitfalls of statistical studies. For example, a lot of times there's, let's say, biased samples or overgeneralization. For example, you have a small population and doesn't represent the whole people. If I just ask 5 people, hey, what's your salary? It doesn't represent the whole population, for example. Another interesting, it's called statistics pitfall is population maps. So a lot of times, let's say people say, oh, people say, oh, let's try to map out our users, where they're from, and they'll have the most users of, let's say, Netflix, for example. Just getting a screenshot. So let's say the highest, like, where our Netflix users are, and I'll be like, oh, they're all in New York or all in LA, but that'll just be based on population. So a lot of times it just looks at population versus actual, let's see, like, where's the highest penetration, for example, another question like that. So as a statistician, you'll know common pitfalls. All right, the next one would be 3. Knowing the odds of something playing out. So in this example I'll give you, let's say you're trying to do a startup and you know that 80% of the startups worth $1 billion or more are software startups. So if I want to create a software startup, then I may create, let's say, if I want to create a startup, I want to do a software startup because based on my experience, I know that the odds are in my favor. So understanding variables to target variables. For example, let's say you're trying to understand a relationship between 2 different things. So let's say you own an agricultural stock and like they do a lot of farming and plants. And based on that, let's say you study weather patterns and then you can find a correlation between that. So you make predictions based off that. The 5th reason why I think statistics is important is you get a good understanding of the world, because let's say it's impossible to understand like everyone, but by statistics you can make a good generalization of what's going on and get an understanding of what's going on around you. For example, if I know the median income in Canada is $76,000, then I would expect people around in the Canada to make around $76,000 as a median income, or median family income to be exact. So we live in information age. So we live in the digital world. There's so much data that is being created all the time, and I think statistics now is more important than ever to make sense of it all. And I think thinking analytically is very important as well, because a lot of people's decisions are governed by emotions or just impulses, but by using statistics, you could get a good logical and understanding of the actions that you should take in the world. If you guys watch Star Trek, I know Spock is very analytically minded and very logical. And conduct research. I think that's the eighth reason why statistics is important. Because when you conduct research, you kind of start with a hypothesis and then you try to build out your experiment to see if there is a statistical significance around that, your experiment. For example, drug trials. When you have a drug trial, you see, okay, is my drug going to succeed, yes or no? Or does my drug have a relationship to curing the disease, for example? That would be a way for, I guess, you to do your research and see if it is important or not. Alright, let's do a story now. Let's try to make the brush bigger. I don't know how to do that. Let's create new. Okay, so let's do a story. Alright, let's say in World War II, you're trying to find these planes to fix. And a lot of planes that come back have holes in the wings area. And you said, okay, if I want to make my plane stronger, what should I do? The most obvious answer is to, let's say, put armor on the areas that have holes in it. But you're actually looking at a statistical problem, because all the planes that got shot down in the engine area didn't make it back. So what you actually should do would be to reinforce the engines area and the tail area. And that is a statistics problem. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.